Hey everyone, and welcome. Why do certain night shift stories just completely get under your skin? Well, I'll tell you a secret. It isn't an accident, it's architecture. In today's Explainer, we're going to be dissecting 4 seemingly distinct night shift legends from Nocturnal Shadows. Our goal? To identify the common themes that build suspense across these 4 urban legends and map out the hidden mechanics of fear, literally piece by piece.
You know the saying, some jobs only look normal from the outside until the sun goes down. Just think about that for a second. We've all felt it, right? That undeniable shift in the atmosphere when the rest of the world goes to sleep. We aren't just recounting spooky stories today. We are pulling them apart to find the shared themes that build that creeping, inescapable dread. Let's consider the baseline setting for these legends. Just picture a place at 2 p.m. It's bright, it's busy, it's filled with witnesses. That environment provides an inherent psychological safety net. But shift that exact same location to 2 a.m. It's completely empty, totally isolated. There's nothing but the buzzing of humming fluorescent lights. The night shift inherently strips away our daytime defenses, and that creates the absolute perfect laboratory for suspense. Okay, let's dive into this. Theme 1, absolute isolation. The systematic removal of help. Take the story of the last customer. We've got a young gas station attendant working completely alone on the edge of a dark rural highway. It's 2:40 a.m. Suddenly, a silent, hooded man steps out of an old car, just stares at him, and leaves this incredibly chilling warning. You should leave before morning. Then, the man slowly slides a folded piece of paper across the counter. Now, when the attendant actually unfolds that piece of paper, it's a photo. A photo taken from outside the gas station at that exact moment. But the true horror isn't the photo itself. It's the shadow standing right behind him. So why does this specific setup terrify us so much? It's all because of absolute isolation. By definition, this is the psychological terror of knowing that the physical distance to safety is far, far greater than the threat's proximity to you. Think about it. The threat is literally inches away, but help is miles away. Which brings us to theme 2, technological betrayal. Because look, when we humans are isolated, we instinctively rely on our tools and our screens. But in the architecture of suspense, those tools must inevitably fail us. Modern folklore systematically strips away our modern safety nets. Just look at the failures across these stories. A completely useless GPS on dark rural roads, an elevator that traps a cleaner on the 12th floor, manipulated CCTV monitors. The very things that are designed to protect us are perfectly inverted to trap us. Let's look at the security monitor. In this legend, an overnight warehouse guard operates on one very simple rule: check every camera every 20 minutes. It is a routine built entirely on technological reliance, mediated completely through a glowing screen. But then, the routine breaks. Camera 7 shows a person standing right between stacked boxes. So the guard goes and checks the live floor, but it's completely empty. He goes back to the monitor. The figure was still on the screen, but now it was closer, facing the camera. And then comes the ultimate betrayal. Every single camera in the building shuts off, except for one. The last working camera shows the guard's own desk from behind. The technology that was meant to watch the perimeter for danger was actually watching the guard. It's just a perfect, absolutely terrifying inversion of a safety tool turning into a spotlight for the threat. Moving on to theme 3, the unstoppable approach. Because once the victim is isolated and their technology has totally failed them, the threat makes its move, slowly, inevitably. Let's move to the elevator stop and see how this builds. We can literally map this escalation of dread step by step. Step 1, a late-night cleaner's elevator mysteriously stops. Step 2, instead of going down, it ascends back up to the 12th floor, opening up to a pitch-black hallway. At the very end of that dark hallway stands a lone figure. And here is where the unstoppable approach truly begins. The cleaner is frantically smashing the close button. And hey, there's that technological betrayal again, failing her when she needs it most. Meanwhile, the figure in the dark hallway started walking, slowly, one single step at a time, closer and closer. The suspense here comes from the sheer inevitability of it. It isn't a cheap, sudden jump scare. It's a slow burn of pure dread. Then, suddenly, the elevator drops. When it finally hits the ground floor, the doors open immediately to a totally empty hallway. Safe, right? Well, not quite, because on the elevator wall, there are fresh scratches from the inside. The subversion here is absolutely brilliant. The threat wasn't just approaching from the outside hallway. No, the true terror was already trapped inside the box with her all along. The story of the night driver reinforces this theme perfectly. A delivery driver is out on a dark, rural highway with a failed GPS, and he realizes a car is following him. Every single time he sped up, the following car sped up. Every time he slowed down, the car slowed down. For 20 unbroken minutes, it was an inescapable shadow. Frantic, the driver finally pulls into a gas station, and the trailing car parks right outside in the lot. But when the driver runs inside, the pale clerk behind the counter whispers, "That car has been parked here all night." So the unstoppable approach was actually an illusion, a ghost ship scenario that makes the driver's mind completely fold in on itself. All right, let's get into dissecting the architecture of suspense. Let's look at the bigger picture here and bring these common themes together across all 4 of our case studies. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we've been talking about. Whether it's the gas station, the warehouse, the elevator, or the highway, every single one of these urban legends shares the exact same structural DNA. They all rely heavily on absolute isolation, a distinct technological betrayal, and the unstoppable approach. The settings might change, but the mechanical engine generating the fear, that remains perfectly, terrifyingly consistent. So why do these specific legends linger so heavily in our cultural consciousness? Well, it's because they actively exploit our everyday modern vulnerabilities. Think about it. We all rely implicitly on technology. We all experience moments of profound isolation. And I'm sure we all know places that never quite feel empty. These stories work so well because they're just one tiny degree away from our actual reality. Which leaves us with one final lingering thought to take away. The architecture of suspense isn't just something trapped inside these 4 stories. It's a formula that's happening all around us, whenever the conditions are exactly right. So, if you happen to be watching this explainer alone right now, what's behind you?